Yo, what's up? How's it going? Um, so, I decided I'm not going to refactor the player. So we're just gonna work on expanding on like the current mechanics that we have. Not expand. We're actually gonna make new mechanics altogether. So we have this mechanic. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna work on it today. We'll see. I do need to clean up some states of the player, specifically the zipline state. This one right here, the pink one. On top of that, here, let's just write everything down. Everything that I want to do today. And I wrote it up here too, but this was just like everything that needs to be done, I guess, for the marathon jam. Let's say this is the marathon. Can I spell? Marathon jam goals. Fixes. Yeah, we could do that. Make a dynamic tile map. I want to do this, but at the same time, there's almost no need. Because every time I decide to make a new room, I feel like it's quicker to just make the room. And because, yeah, there's almost no need. So I'm going to ignore that for now. Remove ability to change direction from end of zipline state. Okay, yeah. This is one of those bugs. I'm going to just copy this and put it down here, because I think I want to do that today. Force dash, multiple force dashes. So yeah, I do want this mechanic. Dig ability, enemies shoot bombs that push you. Oh, these are just ideas. New mechanic. Let me say ideas because I don't want to confuse myself. Can climb walls? Why did I write this? Oh, this must have been for when we were refactoring. Yo, how's it going, Lucifer? Flying enemy that shoots. Okay, yeah. I mean, these are good ideas, but I don't think I'll be working on them. At least not today. Same with this one. I think probably want to do these, the updated force dash and dig ability. So let's copy those. Do that today, or start working on one of those today. Various threats, full screen mode. That's probably pretty easy to do. Let me bold this. Record player gameplay for tutorials. This is harder than it looks, actually. And level design expands. Yeah, we could do this, but probably not today. This will definitely be important for the new release. Expand on the earlier levels. I have to like make sure that when I'm explaining a mechanic or when I'm introducing a mechanic, we need to like kind of kill the mechanic. Make sure that the player is basically bored of the mechanic, or like, you know, get to that point where like they're about to, you know, give up on the game from being of boredom or something, and then switching to the next mechanic. Not actually, but you know, I want to exaggerate it so that the player understands what the mechanic is in the game. Let's see what else. All right, let's start working. Dig ability. I'm gonna fix this mechanic really quick because I think it'll be a quick fix. On top of this, I also want to make sure. So yeah, we're back to our original player, which is like a huge mess, and I'll try to fix it. You know, like little by little, but it's just so much. Like, I guess what we'll do is whenever we're fixing a mechanic, we'll try to clean it up a bit, but I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I think it's fine the way it is. Finding edge cases might be a little difficult because I haven't looked at this code in a while, but I think it'll be fine. All right, so specifically, this is on the exit. I believe this is on the exit of the zipline state. Let's see what that is. Okay. And I'm wondering if there is a simpler way to like look through all, like, this is so much code here. I wonder if there's a way to like we could do that. I don't think that really helps because this is more of just a way for me to inspect everything, but I guess it kind of helps. I wonder if this saves, like if I close the project, will oh crap, no, it probably doesn't. All right, states.exit or exit zipline right here. Zipline, player exited orb set deferred. Last direction is equal to teleport orb direction. Last direction. I believe it's probably this last direction that it's messing with, or let's see. Last direction is equal to teleport orb current direction. This doesn't do much, and then we're entering the dash state from this. So, let me see. Hey, how's it going? Bloody screen. Game.justwork. Damn it. I mean, the game works, it's just a matter of, like, fixing, you know, like, it's not even bugs, it's, like, just a different mechanic, or, like, a different feature within the mechanic. And I haven't touched this mechanic in a while. I wonder if I should just rewrite... Oh. I wonder if eventually I want to rewrite this whole thing. But we've tried that before. What the hell? Okay, there we go. So is it on enter state? Oh, you know what it is? Let me look at our dash state. It might be based on whatever our previous state was. I remember doing something like that. Where's our dash? Okay, match state. This is dash from the previous state, so I wonder, we probably have one from the zipline, and yeah. If left click input, then we grab the movement input, and if there's nothing there, we just grab the teleport orb last direction or current direction. So what we'll do, we could just erase all of this right here. If not, left click input. I mean, actually, we might still want to give the player the ability to dash out. Like the case of the player exiting the zipline state like it literally have to be on the frame, I think, and I don't think it's possible, but we'll try it out. All right, let me just comment this out. If not, left click input. If dash direction is equal to vector 2.0, we'll do this. Else our dash direction is equal to this. All right, let's see if that worked. Just make chat PT. Yeah. If only it were that simple. Where is it? Right here. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Glick? Half Moon, welcome. No getting distracted by chat today? Yeah. Alright, yeah, I just fixed the mechanic that we were talking about the other day. So yeah, now no input. Actually, there is input, but it requires you to actually press dash. So if I click... Oh, actually. Okay, yeah, you can click out, and then I don't know if it actually works on... Let me see. Oh yeah, I think there's one other edge case I didn't think about. Is my controller working? There we go. Okay, so yeah, the issue was that whatever I commented out was like all encompassing, so it counted for the like move right input, move left input. What we want to do is check if teleport orb current direction does not equal vector 2 0 before we're allowed to do this. And if it is, then they can do that. So let's do this. Let's say cut this, put this. It's a little here, let's do this instead. We'll put that elif. This is the thing that's most likely going to happen. Wait. Else dash direction is equal to oh no, should I just rewrite this entire thing? I'm trying to think. We need a dash orb direction, then we need to check if there was left click input or like some sort of dash input. By the way, you can do dash direction is equal to input dot get vector inputs here. Yeah, that's true. So that would have worked in the new version that we wrote, but right now I'm actually in this version of the game I have these set to variables. So yeah, I could like we could go back into the player movement input and just update our movement, because like yeah, right now it's move right input, move left input, move down, or move up. So I'll have to fix that. Actually coding for once, crazy. Okay. Also, welcome. We could update the movement. I'm gonna not do that right now, though. I just want to figure out what's the best. If dash direction is equal to vector 2.0, then we set this. Teleport orb current direction. Else this, or if not left click input, we could do this. I think this should handle everything. Hopefully, let's see. Writing stuff for a Discord bot, nice. Oh, let me see that again. Oh, god damn it. Let's see if this works. Okay, yeah, our direction is not picking up just yet. Let me see here. If dash direction is equal to a vector 2.0. Wait, yeah, our dash direction is determined by this, or by our move input. Should I just rewrite all of this? How's it going, Devro? I'm not sure if you heard, or like if you're updated with my project, but I was originally refactoring everything, but I decided, hey, let's just deal with what we've got right now, because refactoring would just take too much work. So yeah, currently just dealing with the spaghetti, mom spaghetti. What's a good way to estimate time with high performance but low precision? I couldn't tell you. Debating to update the engine. Oh, right, yeah. So yeah, first it was updating the engine, and then we went back to the engine, and then it was updating the player, um, so that it's compatible with the new engine, but that would be too much work. So yeah. So let me think about this. This won't work. What's the first case? Is if we're not in a teleport orb current direction isn't set to anything. I believe that's that's the first thing. But yeah, I think it's always going to be equal to something. Actually, it's always going to be like vector 2.right or up or something like that. If there's no move right input and dash input, I think that's the first thing we're going to check for. So if dash input and you know the whole you mentioned checking for like move right input or anything like that. I honestly, that's a good idea, because that's something that we did in the new version, which I like way more than checking for each of these variables here. Let's do that really quick. Move up direction, or sorry, move up input. So we'll get a movement input variable. Move up input. Yeah, that's in all of this kind of stuff here. So let's do. Any ideas? ChatGPT, maybe Google, one of those. Alright, let's go into movement. Or no, player input. Move right input. So with this, I think what we'll do is we'll just say movement input is equal to, yeah, this is what we did last time, vector 2.0. Like we keep resetting it, and then on move right input, we'll just say, you know, plus vector 2 dot right, or, you know, dot x plus 1. This could mess with us though. If you're pressing both A and D, like it could screw the player up. But I think we actually have some edge cases. We already have something written for that. Google is fine, but ChatGPT is just cheating. Is it cheating? I barely ever use ChatGPT. But I feel like if you're good at using it, you should probably stick to using it. What's going on here? Unexpected indentation. Alright, movement input, we got everything. right? And move down input. We're gonna keep in there for now because I know there's like a bunch of stuff checking for that. So we'll leave it the way it is. But yeah, when calculating dashes and overtime, we'll just replace it. Most Google results are also bad. You know what I found to be really interesting? Recently I Googled what is the human eye frame rate, and it still says 60 frames per second, which is so weird. Like, what is the human eyeball frame rate? And the first result said, what? Dude, it keeps changing. Yesterday, or like a few days ago, it said that it was 30 to 60, and now it's saying about 10 FPS. Damn, imagine only having 10 FPS. It's probably written by console players. Yeah, I don't know who said, like, I know they said, like, originally it said 30 to 60, and I get that. Like, it's because that's been the standard for a very long time, and like it's hard to differentiate, like if you're watching a movie, or like let's say you're watching a cartoon. Most cartoons are drawn in 24 FPS, which is like you can't really tell, and it works. But that doesn't mean that's the maximum. Like that's the threshold of the human eye. I believe it's 60 and smooth, and it's smooth because our brain fills in the rest with motion blur. 10 FPS. Register at a motion instead of individual. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I should have framer. What is the maximum human eyeball frame rate? Because if you like delve deep into it, they say it's like. Well, the maximum that someone can like differentiate, or like their brains can like register is it's around 300 FPS. What is the max human eyeball frame rate? See, this is not true. Some experts, some console players. You can definitely see the difference between... Yeah, you definitely can. There is a difference. And I'm not saying it's a huge difference, but there is a difference. Being born in 10 FPS. I remember playing video games at like 30 and thinking that it's okay. Or I mean, like, that was the standard, right? So like 30 FPS was fine. And then like when 60 came out, I always thought like, oh, 30 is fine. Like I can manage with 30. And then, once 120 came out, I'm always like, I feel like I'm always a generation behind. So for the longest time, I thought 60 was fine. And I mean, it was fine until you like, you keep upgrading, and then eventually your minimum becomes something else. So yeah, like it really depends on the game too. So like in FPS, I feel like I need at least... Personally, I think I need at least, I'd say, I can manage with 80, I'd say. But that's because I'm not like a pro or anything like that. Like I'm max in most like FPS games. I'm ever like gold something, so like it's not like I'm try hard or anything. 30 FPS, I can't deal with 30 FPS. Oh. 30 FPS with like watching a show, yes, or like watching a movie, for sure. But when it relates to your input, like when a game needs to be responsive on an FPS, 30 is too low. It's way too low. That's one of the reasons why I upgraded. Well, I had some help upgrading, but yeah. I wouldn't have upgraded otherwise. My PC is 240. I can only deal with 30 FPS with Minecraft or a 2D game. Interesting. I will say, the first time I upgraded, like my monitor at, what is it, like 120 hertz? When I first got it, it gave me like a lot of headache, like a huge headache. It does take some getting used to. Okay, let me not get distracted anymore. Let's finish up the player. Okay, so we movement input dot x plus equals 1 minus equals 1 dot y minus equals 1 and then dot y plus equals 1. All right, let's go back into our dash state. And what we want to do here is check for dash input. If dash input is equal to true, wait, let's also just make sure dash input. When is dash input set to false? Input is equal to false on reset variables on exit rope swing. What is this? Dash input on activate node. What is this? See, like while actually don't know where dash input gets set to false. Do we not even use that anymore? Oh, what is this? Hope it's exit. Oh, enter state. Okay. So on enter state, dash input is set to false, and then we run dash. Okay, so there's. I'm trying to think. We would have to move this variable over somewhere else. Like we could throw it. We could throw it at the end. That way we can check when we enter the dash state if dash input was set to false. Because sometimes we're entering like force dash. We're actually in the force dash node. There's no dash input, but we want to differentiate which dash we're using. Yeah, slow games don't need to be responsive. So like FPSs, I would say like fighting games probably need a high FPS, or like if you're competitively playing fighting games, yeah, you need high FPSs. What else? Anything that requires quick response time. RPGs are fine. Minecraft is probably. I mean, unless you're playing like, I don't know, like competitive Minecraft. Like, did you guys ever play like Hunger Games Minecraft? I used to play that as a kid. What else? It seems like FPS correlates to how competitive a game is. I've only played a single FPS game in my life. Which game is that? Also, did I miss anything that anyone said? Played FF7R on the P. I don't know what that is. Oh, the remake, I see. Deep Rock Galactic. That's not really an FPS, is it? Well, I guess maybe it is. First-person shooter, I guess, but it's more of like, isn't it more of like a co-op game? Like, I think when people say, even though, yeah, the term is first-person shooter, I think most people when they refer to FPSs, they mean like, like competitive shooting games. Most of the time, Alright, let's go back into our dash finally, and let's update. Let me see here. Match the zipline state. Okay, so if dash input, we'll check for that first. We'll say we want to check for what would we call it? Movement input is equal to our dash direction is equal to our movement input. And if our dash direction is equal to vector2 dot right, or sorry, vector2 dot 0, dash direction is equal to if dash direction is equal to dash direction is equal to our last orb direction, or teleport orb current direction. So it'll make us dash into whatever our orb is currently moving in. And then there's one other edge case, and I need to make sure that we get this right, because like currently we're checking for left click input, which is fine, but like I really should put them under like the same variables. Right now it's like, oh, we need to check for dash input, and then we also need to check for the player's mouse input. They should both be, you know, the same thing for the most part. So I will say elif dash direction is equal to this, and I don't know why I have left click input here, but we're gonna keep it there. And we're going to say elif left click input, and then instead of putting it here where I have it, like the dash direction is equal to vector2.0, we're going to put it at the end. I guess we could say else here instead. Look at that. Little by little, we're gonna erase so much code. Let me make sure it works before we... Oh, what happened here? Unexpected indentation. Higher FPS only changes how camera movement feels. There's a disconnect between display and backend. Honestly, I'm not too like I said, I do play a decent amount of oh, what the hell? Alright, we'll figure that out. Let me see if the controller works. Okay, so the controller works, it's just mouse input. That's oh, what? Oh, right. Mouse input's just a little weird. Let me see. If left click, if dash input, elif left click, and then dash direction is equal to movement input. Check dash direction. Motion is equal to dash direction. Okay. Dash direct if elif. Okay, wait. Dash input. I wonder if left click input sets dash direction to true. Because then we would get here, and then, well, actually we would get dash input. We would have nothing here, so this would be set to 0, and then over here it's 0. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure dash input is set to true. So we could just check for this one first. Or, you know what we could do? We could just say... Wait, no. Yeah, let's do this first. If left click input, elif dash input, alright. No Linux version uses Godot. GD script, no second cam, unbelievable. I'm pretty sure the majority of people on the stream use Windows, and this is also a Godot tagged stream. Most people that use Godot use GDScript, and and the second cam, yeah, I guess I have no argument against that. And music is subjective, so there we go. So we have a second dash. I wonder if I should keep that. What else? Honestly, I might keep it. What about the Linux version? The Linux version, I will make the Linux version after I make the new mechanic. Alright, so I think we got everything working for the new zipline. I mean, it's the same thing, it's just, now, it's not based on your input. So, like, you will always dash upwards, unless you click otherwise. So, like, I can, oh, wait, I can't even do it, let me see. So yeah, you can dash out, but the second you've already entered the dash state, you have to wait for the state to end before you can dash out again. So if you're too slow, you'll die, which I think that's fair. Keep it important. The second dash, you mean? Yeah, I think this is good. Alright, cool. What is next on the agenda? Updated force dash, multiple, and the digability. So I could do either one of these. You need to put in mobile microtransactions or you are stupid. Oh wait, that's Unity CEO. Who says I don't plan on adding microtransactions? I was gonna make it so that after, while you're playing, every time you die, you have to pay 50 cents to the developer, just to add intensity to the game, it also like mines in the background, mines crypto in the background. Without it, the mechanic is way worse, I assume. Way worse, wow. Also make it pay to win. Yeah. We'll add like an idle game in the background in the options menu or something. That would actually be pretty cool, where like dying is rewarding. Where like, the more you die, the more souls you give into like this soul generator thing that like eats up your souls, and yeah, I don't know, something like that. Uncap the frame rate, then mine crypto in the background to bring down. Yeah. That's a good idea. I'll also set a minimum. Like, if you don't have a good PC, I'll just say, hey, you can't play this game. All right. Digability. I kind of want to. I'm trying to think. What coding a new digability would be really cool. And here, I'll show you guys. Someone shared a cool digability with me the other day. I don't remember who it was, but someone also shared a video game with me. I'll show you guys what that game looks like. See if I could find it in my DMs. Wait, oh damn, it wasn't in my DMs. He sent it via just the server. It was called it was basically a platformer similar to mine, but you would dash through, or you would dig through the through platforms like this, and you would end up on the other side of something. Most of the time it would kill you, but if you controlled your movement well enough, you would get to the other side and use the extra velocity you gain to get to, like, you know, the next platform or something. Similar to like Celeste has there's a combination of two mechanics that are in Celeste. One where, you know, there's like the stars that you, like the star blocks that you dash through. It makes you go through the other block based on your previous direction, your previous dash direction. So if you know, dashed, let's say this is the block, it's a little too, let's say this is the block, this blue thing. If you dashed, you know, upright to this direction from here to like into it, it would make you go all the way across. So it's going to be something similar in size, but when you enter the block, you have full mobility, or not full mobility, but like a decent amount of mobility inside the block, to move around however you want. And that's another mechanic that Celeste has, where like they're like these bananas, no, they're like leaves or something, like yellow leaves, where you dash into it and then you use your D-pad or analog stick to move around. It gives you like full mobility. So yeah, I want to do something like that. I don't even know where to start. And so we could either do that, or I could work on making this into a mechanic. But we tried this yesterday. I couldn't think of anything. This orb thing here. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. It's a thing, but it's not a. It's not a full thing yet. I'll leave this on the back burner for now, and let's try working on the box. Uncap the frame rate, then mine crypto in the back. Yeah. Make you pay for each memory stone. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Or like, you know, for every checkpoint they have to pay. So like if you want a checkpoint in the game, you have to pay. And the further you go into the game, the more it costs. So like if you're at the end of the game, it's like $10 per memory stone, or $10 per checkpoint. If FPS is greater than 30, tread.spawn.cryptominer. Yep. Oh man. I wonder if games actually. I'm sure there are some games that do that. I wonder. I mean, Windows at least is pretty good with security. I wonder how it is with like Linux or something. Make ads randomly. You know, I was thinking about like not ads, like, so obviously we're joking, but what would be really cool is that if there were like random like Easter eggs where there was an ad, you know, but not like a real ad, like, you know, just like a joke ad or something, you know. I could totally see that happening somewhere in the game. Also, Windows is way worse. The thing about, like, I feel like Windows account, like, the thing is, like, Windows is a much bigger engine, so they're going to handle more security. Like, if you're stupid about, like, if you're stupid in using Linux, I feel like you can get hacked a lot easier. Whereas you can be stupid on Windows, and most of the time you don't have to worry, because there's always like warnings and stuff. Okay. Let's start working on this mechanic. First I need to figure out what it's going to look like. Like we obviously it's going to be like a hitbox, and I wonder how I want to draw these hitboxes, because like we could. What I'm thinking is it's going to be a tile map, and then inside the tile map we'll put it into like a grid of 8x8, and then once we have the item drawn, we would put like a shader on it, and then expand the hitbox to whatever the tile size is. I think that's what we'll probably do. But I don't even know what to call this mechanic. Call it the dig tilemap. Dig. Let's see. Names. Dig tilemap. What's the state going to be called? Dig state, probably. Dig state. Oh, wrong section here. Burrow's a good. Tunnel. Those are both good, actually. Tunnel vision. Would be cool also if we called it tunnel vision or something. Like reduced, like you can't see while you're in the state, or you can't see the outside. Like you have to kind of like memorize what was your surroundings or something. Copied from that's in. You know, I didn't get that far in Will of the Wisps. So I kind of like tunnel. If they already used burrow. Kind of like tunnel vision. Memorizing isn't that fun, but it would fit the name. Memorizing. What would you call it? Memorizing. I feel like there's supposed to be like something related to memory, like in the game. I mean, like what I was planning on doing with the memory stones is actually have like flashbacks and stuff. But yeah, I haven't gone that deep yet. Yeah, let's do tunnel vision, and then we'll call it the dig tilemap or something, or we'll call it the borrowed tilemap. But we should be consistent here. I'll call it tunnel tilemap. Tunnel tilemap. Let me change this. Okay. Scenes. Background effects, entities, items, managers. Where are new mechanic objects? Sure. And I'll put this. Just put this in tunnel. Tunnel tilemap. Okay. Should I add a texture now? Or like, should we find a texture? I'm thinking for now, let's just get it like a dirt tilemap, like a dirt texture. Let me get itch real quick and open game art. Also, I'm curious. There's been 3 entries already. I mean, I think it's okay, but I wonder if these people are actually participating in the jam. Like, I feel like some people just, add their games to jam so that it could get, attraction. Or are they going to update this game? Yeah. Let's go into assets. We need like a dirt tile map. That's why I hate every Windows game, or Windows game troubling is, it's doesn't run step 1 run admin. No. Yeah. JetRun was uploaded on the first day. So yeah, sometimes like I don't do it personally, but I have seen people do it, which I think it's valid, but it's also kind of fishy to upload your game right away. Okay, where? We need dirt. Let me just look at OpenGameArt. They're usually pretty good. You know, I don't get why they don't have any like search. Like they do have a search But the thing is, when you search here, it's both games and assets, and I just want assets. I don't know why they've never, like, you can search by tag, but that's it. And there's 40,000 results, like, we should be able to search for stuff. Just want something simple, but I also don't want anything ugly, like something like this maybe. Although it might not even be dirt. It might be like something, you know, like more magical, like a shader that looks cool. By the way, if you guys ever want to look at cool shaders, go on GodotShaders.com. They're like really cool stuff. Let me see, maybe we could find something here. Like this looks pretty cool. Although our game is pixel art, so it wouldn't look nice on our game, but my man's shilling shaders. Alright, probably won't find... Oh, we could use something like this, but yeah, for now let's just use a texture. My man, yeah, what do you mean shilling shaders? Alright, let's just go back to the first one. Make a channel points thing, I enable the second cam. Sure, I'll do it eventually. Here, let me just grab... Bro, this looks so ugly, but let's do it. It doesn't look ugly, what I mean is it doesn't match the aesthetic. 87.2 million points. Something like that, yeah. So I'm just gonna grab... What's the size of this texture here? Probably should have checked before we downloaded this. 41 by 41. Dude, I hate when they make textures an odd value. Oh, they don't. I'm just dumb, I guess. Oh, these are just... Okay. It's 16 by 16, which is pretty decent. We use 8 by 8 though. So that would be this. We're not going to use this one specifically. We're going to use this one, but I don't know if we can convert this. Here, let me get configure grid. Let's make 8 by 8s. You know, I should use Aseprite just so I can get used to it. I told someone I would do that, and going back on my word now. Two new items in my Steam inventory. What's this? Mandrake and Pizza. What game is this? Oh, from Witchit. Antimatter check? Yeah, give me 1 second. Can I open from my clipboard? Yeah, Aseprite sucks. I'm kidding. What was the size here? 41 by 41? GigaChad pixel art in Inkscape. You know, I've always wanted to get good at Inkscape, or like I've delved with it in the past. Wait, this is not 41. It is 41 by 41, but we want it to be whatever this is. Whoops. Which is 48 by 48. Okay, let's do that again. Oh, I did set it to 48. No, did I? There we go. Alright, now that we've put it into Aseprite, let's export it. That's literally all I had to do. Or, sprite dirt tilemap.png resize 100%, visible layers, frames, all frames. Okay. Where did it export to? Save as? Dude, why am I a boomer? Why does it not let me pick where I want to export it? Oh. Sprites. What is this? Interactable background. Interactable. I don't have a like new mechanics folder. I'll just put it here, whatever. Magic items. Third time up. Alright. Okay. Now let's go into this new tilemap. Dirt tilemap. New sprites. There we go. New auto tile. Let's grab this, set this to 8x8. So this is not how the new tilemap works. You know, what is kind of annoying is that, oh wait, I just forgot. We don't really need to make, I guess we'll make the auto tile here, and then what we'll do in the script is we're gonna add a hitbox to it. So it'll be seamless on the texture, but in the background we'll just add another hitbox, or several hitboxes depending on how many tunnel tile maps we have. Okay, so we don't need any collisions. We do need a bit mask. I'll just put these for now. And hopefully that's all we need. Cell, set this to 8x8. God, whoa, what the hell? What's going on here? Oh. There we go. I don't know why this got set to one of them. Let me see. Very interesting. Hopefully that didn't. Okay, yeah, there we go. And our priority we want to make sure is one of these textures. Let's see. Why is it setting the corner pieces to that? Let's go back here. Priority. Oh wait, we want to go into icon and just set it to that. There we go. Wow, what a ugly texture. We could do the edge pieces too. Might as well, but I feel like I'm gonna update this texture eventually. We're probably not gonna use this one. Alright, so another thing we want to do is just go into the auto tile bit and just set this to 3x3 minimal. I'm just gonna put these down here. And I remember having to do this with there's There was one issue where like I would have to add a pixel gap. Otherwise, the auto. I mean, this was when I was like very new to Godot. Maybe this isn't the case. I remember having issues with it though. Let's see. So wait, these are our edge cases. We might even want to put an extra one like that. Let's see. Let's see if that handles everything. Okay, yeah, we don't have corner pieces just yet, but I think I'm gonna make them as blocks for now because that's all we need. Also, this looks kind of weird. Let me see. Yeah, we'll update it eventually. Like, there's too much variation. So, like, when we're randomly picking pieces like this, sometimes it'll look very smooth or something. But it's fine for now. Also, the texture is kind of wacky. All right, let's do this really quick. Let's open up one of these textures here. Boom, boom. These are old textures. What the hell? So many textures. Interactable objects. Where are our just like furniture in general? Guess we could use that, but I want to see background. Nope. Interactable objects. No. Test sprites. Come on, come on. Dark Series must have something. It just has to be in sprites. I need to find one of our furniture tile maps. You know, it would be a lot easier if it just used the default Windows Explorer. Just saying. Also, this is not a good texture. God damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna do this in GIMP because I just know my way around GIMP. What did we call it? Dirt? Dirt tile map. There we go. And then we want a... So we could use something that's... We could use the default blue texture, or... Not sure, actually. Let me see what this looks like. Oh my god, this is a super old texture. Newest furniture, new furniture. I think it's this one. No, let's just use this. grab this color here. I wonder if this will look weird. If there's no like outline here, probably. So either I want to flip these colors, or we could leave it like that. And you know what? I just realized it would be cool if we added a shader to the edge pieces where like they were like all moving around and stuff. Might do that eventually. For now, let's just leave it like this. Okay. And probably want to make it darker too, but let's see what it looks like in a game. We'll throw it into this room. Alright, it's pretty hard to see at the moment. Here, let's just see what it looks like in game. We do want to give it like some sort of glow, or yeah, you can barely tell what that is. We could also increase or like add a unshaded canvas material to it. There we go. Alright, we'll leave it like this for now. But eventually I think I need like either a darker texture or maybe like a white, something white. We'll see. Alright, let's get to it. So the first thing that we want to do inside this tunnel tile map is add a collision to it. So what we'll do is for every, I think for now what I'll do is in every single tile map there'll only be one, and if I want to make another one, actually I don't know, because we can make like one hitbox here, then another one here, then another one here, and so like for every like section that we can find, we'll make one area 2D. And then within that area 2D, we'll put the player in. Or what we could do is maybe have just one area 2D with several different collision shapes. I think that's another solution too. So we can just do add area node, area 2D. I'm trying to think. Yeah, once the player enters it, they would go into the, the tunnel, call it tunnel vision state. They go inside, and then everything happens inside. I'm also wondering what's the point of this. Like, I make this into a mechanic, and then what? Like, what sort of rooms can I design with this? Because another option that we have is instead of making these like big blocks, we could just make it so that it's one. It's more like this, where you just kind of go through it. And then let's pretend that's like these are spikes on the wall. I need to get through here and then get up through here or something like that. Make it so you can't stop moving. Yeah, I think that's for sure. We can't stop moving within it. But also, like, do I want to make them like small ones? Yeah, because another thing that I could do is instead of making it like in, oh man, but this is kind of similar to Celeste if I do it this way. Where I was thinking of just like, you know, it could just be an object that you hit that makes you go into this state, and then after a while it just disappears. Or you go into this state, and instead of having it be blocks, what I could do is kind of like, this is kind of like the Twilight world. So like this is kind of like an entrance to the Twilight world, and then this wouldn't. It's not necessary that there would be like other. Like there could be other objects within this thing where, like, you know, maybe there's spikes here, or, you know, there's a laser shooting at you, but it's inside this whole box. Like there are a bunch of options, but I want to make sure we get it right the first time, so I don't have to like update this later. Also Twilight, I kind of like that, like Twilight box or something. Let's work on the mechanics, see how it looks, and then we'll expand on it later. Alright. And I think for now, we're just going to have one area 2D, or like one object at a time. So if I want to have multiple, like Twilight sections, we would just have to make another tile map, or, you know, just add another tile map to the game. So I will, yeah, we can add an area 2D, and just so I don't get bothered by this little notification, we'll make a collision shape inside. And we'll make it a rectangle. Oh, I make it a rectangle? Yeah, again. And then what we'll do is, here, let's make a new script. We want to grab the size. So on ready var we'll say is get use cells. On ready var used cells is equal to get used cells, and then in here we'll just say you probably thought about it, but make it so that the player only sees up to a certain, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Either like a certain radius, or like maybe like, yeah, up to a certain radius, and then outside of that radius it could be like, you know, everything is warped, where like you don't really see much. Like you can kind of see it, but it gets clearer the closer the actual player sprite is to the object. I think that's a cool way to go about it. We'll see. I think we have a lot of possibilities with the mechanic. If you create an area 2D and create the tile map inside of it, then you can use the tile map as a collision for the area 2D, and you don't need to use several tile maps. Oh, yeah, you could. Does that work? Because I think tile maps, by default, let me see. Does that work? The way it, because, here, let me see. Because if you add a collision shape to like just a regular node, I wonder if it registers. I've never tried. Let's see. I did pixel art in Inkscape. Don't recommend it though. Yeah, I think Inkscape is more so for vector art, isn't it? So you get this error here that says collision shapes. Yeah, place it as a child of it. So yeah, by default, these become like static body 2Ds. I don't know if you were to put an area. Let's just try it, I guess. I'll do it within this room. Let's just do. We'll make a area 2D. And then, yeah, inside a town. I don't think this will work. Unless you've done it before, maybe. Dirt tile map. What did I call it? Tunnel tile map. Has no shape. It can't collide with. Use parent option in tilemap inspector. Okay, let's see. Use collision. Use parent. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think you're right then. So let's get rid of this. See what happens. I didn't add any collisions to this. Collision. Kind of. I'm probably gonna replace this texture. I don't like it at all. Let's just leave it like that for now. And let's make a stupid script for this area 2D. Honestly, I should just do it here. Let's just see if it works. I'm so indecisive. Let's go into here. Test area 2. What's going on? Tilemap. I'll see you around. Okay, wait. So yeah, it works, or it says it works, but it's also set as a collision. Let's see what's going on here. Collision is set to use parent. Compatibility mode. What the hell? You can give it your tiles collision in the time required to generate them in code manually. So this is the approach that I was thinking of doing. But you said you've done it where you just set it to one collision shape. Because it says it's working actually. Let me see. Like it says it has collided with something, but it also collides with like physics objects. So I wonder what's going on there. Let me update this. Let me make sure it doesn't. What the hell? Oh, what the? What? Here. Oh, you know what it was? I was using the. It probably does work. Why can't I delete this object? Wait. Oh, okay. Try this again. We have it set to use parent. And what does it say here? Node has no shape. I thought we added a shape to it. Show collision. Yeah, there's a collision shape inside. Moment of truth. Let's just see. Maybe the warning is okay, so it says it works. Let me see again. Okay, there we go. Cool. Thank you. I mean, my way would have worked too, just saying, but this makes my life easier. Okay. Okay. So I think what we'll do is get rid of that because I'll just make it in here. So let's add an area 2D. You're always right. Make scene root. Kind of annoying that it doesn't. I don't like that I get this warning. Okay, so we don't need a script here. Wait, maybe we do. I'll leave it there for now. All right, sounds good. See ya. Let's. Okay, so collision use parent. That's basically it. Let's fix the edge pieces here. Why does it look like this now? Where like this is on the left side and this is on the right side. Everything is flipped. I don't know why. Let's see. What the hell? The bit mask is correct. Maybe I accidentally flipped it here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's hard to tell. Whenever you press A or is it D? Just A, I guess, and there's maybe another button. But yeah, pressing A flips or rotates your textures, 45 degrees, and messes with everything. Messes with the auto tile. All right, so yeah, we can have multiple of these, multiple connections here, and I kind of like the idea of it being like we can kind of make it look like whatever we want. I think eventually what we're gonna do as well Yeah, we'll update the texture because I don't think we'll make it look like dirt. I think what we'll do is we'll add a tile map here and then remove the tile map eventually, or remove the texture of the tile map and then add a shader or maybe add like a border of like white lines to the end, and then inside like something, you know, spectacular happens. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. What next? What next? Let's go into our script. And there's not much that we need to do inside the script, actually. Why is this extend tile map? Let's call this tunnelmap.gd. Oh, I see. Okay. Extends area 2D. Let's remove the script here. We'll call this tunnel. Call it tunnel vision. I like. Wait, what was that other tunnel? I kind of like the idea of calling it. What did I say? Back to the old version? Yep. It's too much work to refactor everything. I was talking about it with some friends, and I think they agreed. Or yeah, they agreed. They were like, yeah, there's no point, and like, if it's gonna take so much time to refactor, you might as well just save it for another project. Keep what you have currently, and then, you know, it's like a lesson learned. Also welcome. Yeah, as much as I want to, like, it's a little frustrating to go back into this code and, like, you know, like, decipher it from time to time. Like, adding a new mechanic will be pretty easy, but, like, if I ever encounter, like, a game-breaking bug, or not even a game-breaking bug, but just, like, something that I don't like, to fix it might take pretty long, but at the same time, it's going to take even longer to refactor everything. So I'm just going to keep it the way it is. I still want to make a 4.0 like open source version of it, but it's just going to take much longer. I'll have to figure out when to do this version and then when to do 4.0 version, the 4.0 version or 4.x version. I was sort of dealing with that. Yeah, it's It was something. That's why I took a break yesterday, and then I barely streamed 2 days ago, because I needed to figure out, like, you know, you kind of have that like game dev midlife crisis or like mid project crisis. So yeah, now we're back to this, and we're just gonna expand on the mechanics, make new mechanics, see what cool things we can make. All right. Let's see. So we want to make a, what did I want to call it? Like Twilight World, or like Twilight Tunnel Twilight. Let's call it Twilight. Is that how you spell Twilight? Oh my god, I'm dumb. Okay, on activate, there's actually not much that we need to put in the area 2, like, there's gonna be like shaders and like effects that we add to the area 2D or into the tile map, but for the most part, it's going to be in our player state. So we're going to make an entirely new state. Guess we'll call this Twilight state. Yeah, no sense in needlessly suffering. I will say that I did enjoy refactoring. Like, it was cool to, like, you know, take a step back and, you know, it was kind of like it kind of showed how much I grew from like first working on this game. Like, there's so many you know, different things that I would do now. But yeah, I'd rather finish a game than, you know, to toot my own horn, or, you know, just enjoy what I've got. Okay, let's do this. Twilight State. So we're gonna need, whenever the player collides or whenever the player is in the dash state, I think that's what we're gonna do. Like, they can't just go into it. They can't just touch it. Basically, it's gonna be similar to our portal state, where, like, you know, if you touch the portal, it bounces you out. But if you dash into it, you'll dash through, and then you can move around in the Twilight State. So let's go into our player code, and I guess we'll make. So, yeah, I don't know where to start. If we're gonna add new states, where do I want to do like the Twilight State mechanic? Because it's completely different from all of our other states. Where, like, you know, there's movement input in this state. And we would have to make like a Twilight movement state, basically. Do I have a general idea of how long this game will be? Honestly, I have no idea. Like, I want to make it as big as possible. So I'm doing a Kickstarter. Well, I plan on doing a Kickstarter, and I think based on how well the Kickstarter goes, that's how much time I'll invest into the game. So yeah, like, I would love for this to be my main project. And if this does become my main like my biggest project ever, then I probably will refactor everything. And if it's like, you know, if we just get like a mediocre Kickstarter going, which is like, I'm fine. It's fine either way. You know, the sooner I end this project, the better, I guess. So yeah, like, if it's a mediocre Kickstarter, you know, I'll finish up the game, maybe add like 5 hours of gameplay, and call it a game. Otherwise, I would love to add like 20 to 40 hours. I know that's like an over exaggeration, and maybe I'm like over scoping, but yeah, I have high hopes for the game, but I'm also not. I don't think I'm. I don't think I'm overestimating. Also, I don't think I'm naive. I think I've experienced enough game dev to know where I stand. As big as possible. You have to make it as polished as you can. I mean, it is. I think it's pretty polished for the most part. Like, the demo that's on Steam is pretty polished. There's like some bugs, but we're fixing those bugs. Not bugs. Like, certain features that I think should be improved. But yeah, let's do this. I'm in the polishing demo state right now, and I hate it. Really? I'm trying to think if I guess polishing is annoying. Working on new mechanics is a lot of fun. But like, I love seeing the end result of a polish. That's like my favorite part. Like, when people say your game is I love when people notice that my game is polished. It's just so hard for me. Yeah, I guess because it's kind of like, is it? Maybe it's like subjective when it comes to polishing. Like, you know, what would look like to polish something is to make it like perfect, and like figuring out what's perfect is, I guess, pretty difficult. All right, let's make this movement. I'm trying to think. We have all of these new all of these functions that I could move to like somewhere else. We could like start, like, do some light refactoring. I don't know if it's worth it. Here, let me just do it now. We're gonna do twilight movement. I wonder how did I handle the rope swing movement? Neutral movement. Rope swing. I feel like maybe I had the object handle its own movement, and then based on that information, whenever the player exited, it would just grab whatever that value was. Let me see. Rope swing. Enter shape rotation. Yeah. So we had a rope swing handle it, and I think it's the same thing with the zip line. So yeah, every new mechanic, like the object would control its own movement, but in the tunnel map, I feel like it makes more sense for the player to handle this movement. Mostly because it like directly. What am I trying to say here? It's directly influenced by the player's input, so I should probably put in the player function. In the player class. When you publish the open source version, I'm gonna try to polish it. Yeah. So the thing with the open source version is that like the amount that I have to do for the open source version is so much. Like for it to it'll be a lot easier to polish the open source version compared to this one, because like with this one they're just, I mean, I think I've polished it as much as I can, or at least with the amount of time that I've spent on it, but yeah, polishing the open source version would be so much easier. Definitely. I just need to figure out when I'm gonna do it. Like, I need to dedicate maybe one day out of the week to just working on that, on the 4.x version. All right, let's do this. Funk, call it Twilight Movement. All right, so in Twilight Movement, we're gonna set our motion equal to whatever the player's input is. By default, the enter state, like the direction is going to be whatever the player's dash direction was, and then from there they'll have full control. So let's do this. We'll say movement, motion is equal to movement input times our twilight movement speed. Twilight movement speed. And we need to create a variable for this. We'll set our twilight movement speed to, let's say, I don't know, 70. We'll mess with this value later. What else do we need? We might need like an enter and exit state, although it might not be too important. Why not just clone it, remove levels, and publish? I don't wanna post crappy stuff online. Like honestly, I think that, like the game is nice because I've spent so much time on it, but the code itself could be improved, and I don't want to post. Yeah, I think it would confuse people more than it'll help them. So yeah. I'd rather just make an. Also, I wanted to make YouTube tutorials, and like those go hand in hand. So yeah, I just need to figure out when to do it. Like what's today? Maybe I could save like every Wednesday to working on that, but then I would lose one day out of the week. I'll figure it out within the week. I'll get back to it. Figure out what I should do with working on that version. All right, Twilight movement. Motion is equal to movement input times Twilight movement speed. I think honestly that's really all we need. And then we need like an exit state and an enter state for the Twilight state. And we can call it there. Alright, so let's go into... Oh, and dashing is going to be a problem. Like, can the player dash while they're in this state? Probably not. And friction is also going to be different. I think there's going to be, like, 0 friction. Code is bad. Yep. Code is... Code could be better. Alright, let's go into state logic. I think we'll do... This is the only state you can go into the Twilight state is from the dash state. If you just touch it, it'll make you bounce. So we'll enter the bounce state. Let's go... You know what's weird? We have enter zipline. We don't have... Oh wait, this is on enter state. That's why. State logic. And you know, it might not be too hard to refactor. Like, originally I was rewriting everything, but it might not be too bad to just throw all of this code into, let's say, into like a new node and, you know, figure out the bugs as we go along. We'll try it out. We'll try it out one of these days. Let me just look at states.dash. Oh, we do need a if colliding with something, so we'll say if enter states.twilight, and let's just make this enter Twilight state, or variable. So the reason why we need enter Twilight and like exit Twilight state is because it's all in the same class. But if we were to do this in the like in each of our nodes, we would constantly just check if we're still colliding, or if like actually wait, Enter Twilight and exit Twilight. Yeah, I think it would be necessary no matter what, so yeah, we'll keep it there. Let's go into enter state. So in enter state, we'd have to make like an animation for this. First, let's go into state logic again. And so instead of saying movement, we'll just say Twilight movement. And I think we'll go into the neutral state. Let me see. Upon exiting, yeah, we usually go into the neutral state, but from the exit of a zip line, we usually go into the dash state, or yeah, we'll do dash instead. So on exit, let's say dash here. Okay. Does this just work? Tunnel tile map. Let's. Oh, okay. So yeah, we could do this. The only issue is that every time I want to add a new tunnel tile map, I won't be able to update it unless I add it as a local scene, which is fine, but it's annoying. Like, let's say I make an update to this object later on, it's gonna screw us up. So yeah, here, let me see. I'd have to do make local, and you know what I think I'll do is I'll just make this its own scene. That way, if I do want to make any changes, it'll happen here. We'll see. For now, let's just run it right there. Alright, nothing yet. What did I do wrong? On enter state. Oh, we don't actually. Oh, we know we do. Let's see here. Oh, I think we only check on enter state. Also, we don't handle the collision just yet. So let's see that real quick. On area 2D entered. We'll just do this for now. We don't have a type yet. call this Twilight. Let's go into enter. Let's just try it out. How's it going, Yasuo? Dude, I don't know why it's not printing. Let me see here. How do you have the debug output on the bottom left? Or is it just on... Yeah, it's just on stream. It usually prints out here for me. But yeah, my game is minimized. Not minimized, it's like, you know, it takes up this like little section here, so I always see it on the bottom. Yeah, what the hell is going on? Yeah, how's it going, Sticks? Pretty good, pretty good. We're currently working on a new mechanic. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be refactoring the code, or at least not right now, like the player code, so I have to deal with all the, you know, the poo-poo, all the bad stuff. Enter Twilight. Oh, you know why? We removed the print statement, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We see enter Twilight anywhere here. It's in the dash date, so anything after the dash date should be printing. But it's not. This is on, let me see. Handle area entered, body.getType does not equal null. Just make sure it's the correct script here. Const type is equal to Twilight. The area was working. Let me make sure there's a hitbox. You know, I bet this wouldn't have been a problem if I just coded the hitbox in. Okay. Let's look at this one more time. Handle area entered. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, usually I don't use area 2Ds just like this. I do body.getParent. Whereas with right now, this is its own object. I don't usually have area 2Ds as their own object. It's always, you know, a parent node and then an area 2D. So I have to. Oh my god. It's getting more and more complicated. Let's just make a node 2D. Make this the parent node. Make scene root. Call this area 2D. Okay, now it should work. Moment of truth. Oh wait, in our room we need to make sure that this, let's delete this, and add a tunnel map. Okay, so the only issue, we still have the same issue with using a tile map, and that's that we have to make a local and then edit the tile map here. Only slightly annoying. Well, maybe we'll figure out a better approach. But not today. Okay. Dash into... Oh! Oh, there we go. It looks kind of ridiculous, but... Tyranny Dev. How long is the gem? The gem is 1 month, 30 days. Okay, so I mean it works, but we want it to grab the last direction of the player, and whatever that last direction is, it'll keep accelerating that way. So that, like, you know, there are no breaks, and obviously the player state should be, or like the player should be like an orb or something. We'll figure that out. It's gonna take a long time to polish this up. And then once we exit, we should be able to like drop out or dash out. We'll enter like a force dash, and it'll grab whatever the player's last input was. So it'll be like that, and then poof, you dash out. Let's figure that out now. Yeah, it's a long. So the gem here, I'll post a link. It's called the Marathon Gem, and oh, come on. Oh, right here. So yeah, it's a 1 month long gem to just work on whatever project you're working on. So this is my main project. No. There's no theme. It's just, you know, work on whatever you want to work on. And that could be, you know, it could have been a previous game jam submission, or, you know, just your main project. So I've actually submitted this game twice now. This is my 3rd time. But yeah, here it is. No rules. You can work with a team. You could work by yourself. Yep. Have fun. Marathon might have been the theme. No, that is not the theme. I guess it is a theme, but it doesn't relate to your game. The theme is to, like, the goal is to, you know, go on a marathon basically. Okay. So we need an exit state variable, which we already have. So on area 2D exit, and usually what I do, we're gonna clean up this code, I guess. Should I do it today? Like, I could start polishing it up now, or polishing it up to... The thing is, I always say I'm gonna do it tomorrow or another day, and then I never do it, and then that's why we have all the spaghetti. But fuck it. Let's just you know what I'll do? I'll add it to the queue. Let's do something similar to this. But for the most part, it'll make updating this code a lot easier in the future. So let's do this. Add to queue body. And you know, I think it might be relatively easy to add states to this object. We'll see. Hey, how's it going, Yesva? I said hi earlier. I don't think you responded. Add to queue body. Enter Twilight will be true. Not here. Okay. Let's go into activate node or collision queue. Manage collision. We don't have an activate node. We're gonna update all of this. We did update this in the open source version, but not in our old version. So I'll do this tomorrow probably. If we finish this mechanic today. Activate node. And we could say node.activate. I feel like node.activate is something that every interactable object, like these objects, should inherit. But let's do that tomorrow as well. Save that for another day. Okay. And exit Twilight we want to put on our exit state. Or not exit. Wait, did I say exit state? I meant exit hitbox. We also need to make sure that we're updating these values. So like enter Twilight, like once we've entered the Twilight, enter Twilight should be false. Once we exit the Twilight, exit Twilight should be false. So let's do that. Let's go into our enter state, or let's go, enter state first. And we'll handle states.exit or states.twilight. So many states. States.twilight. Exit Twilight is equal to false on the exit of our Twilight state, and that's it. Okay, on the exit of our Twilight, we don't actually have anything, wait, I'm trying to think. Let me just make sure, hitbox exited. We set exit hitbox is equal to true, or exit Twilight is equal to true. So then let's go back into our state logic. Yeah, I think tomorrow what we'll do is we'll split all of this code up into different nodes. I think the least we should do is that. And hopefully it doesn't take too much time. Or, you know, we could even take it little by little. Like, let's say I don't want to edit, you know, all of these states. Maybe we can edit some of them, and, like, some of it will be in nodes, and then some of it will be in the player node, and then we'll, like... We'll see. Maybe I'm overestimating how much work actually needs to be done. If exit twilight change state to dash, and the dash it needs to be whatever. So in our dash state, we need to grab whatever our last direction was in the exit twilight state, or it could be whatever the input is from the player. Let's see. Let's actually see if this works. Oh, wrong scene. What? All right. Okay. There we go. And then, okay. We dash out, and our movement is still stuck. Don't know why. Let's see what's going on here. If exit twilight, change state to dash, and then we did update it in the enter state. Let me see. Enter twilight is equal to false. Let me just make sure this is false too. What the hell? Oh, you know what it is? We never removed it from the collisions here. So enter twilight is still false. Or sorry, enter twilight is constantly being set to true. Enter twilight is true, and then active collision queue, we need to set this to false. And on exit state, Hellraiser, how's it going, man? Not exit state, exit collision. Hitbox area exited. We want to make sure that we're doing this. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that I have to keep copying and pasting stuff like this, because like this could all be written with like 4 lines of code instead of handling every single collision. So, I mean, it's fine, but yeah, eventually we'll do that tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow, I promise. Let's make sure this works. Ah, no! What the hell? We enter the dash state, and we're still... Something's happening. We go from the dash into the... Okay. You know what it is? Wait, let me see. So kind of like that. And I think we want to give our player the ability to dash again once they've entered it. Also, our movement speed is so slow, and we also want to make sure that we ensure want to make sure that the player constantly moves in this state. And there's so many edge cases that we haven't solved for yet. It's gonna take a hot minute, and I think the speed of the player is going to be the same speed of our dash, so it should be Let's look back at that. Let's go into Twilight movement. I'm gonna say Twilight movement speed is equal to 240 because that's our dash speed. Whatever our dash speed is. I think that's wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 240. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. We'll say it's 240, and then our... Where is... Twilight movement. Speed is 240. And we also want to make sure... I don't know if I have this saved, like our last input direction. That's pretty important. Let me see. We have a last... Oh, we do have a last direction. But I wonder if last direction is only for vector 2 dot right and left. Yeah, we don't have a vector 2 like up and down. So we'll do that pretty soon. For now, let's just see if this looks right. Oh my, that's too fast, I think. Goddamn. And I hope I'm... Yeah, let's look at Twilight movement. Maybe movement input... it should be movement input dot normalized. That's why it was so fast. HK music. Oh, Hollow Knight. I didn't realize. Yeah. I've been listening to a decent amount of Hollow Knight too. Here, wait. I really like this one. I'll add it to the queue. Movement input dot normalized times Twilight movement. Hollow Knight has God music. Yeah, I agree. There we go. Is this too fast? Or wait. It's a little... Here, wait. Let me make the area 2D bigger. Cool shit. Thank you, man. Give me Risk of Rain too. Yeah, sure. I'll add it. This is like really... But maybe it's fine. Like, it's supposed to be quick. And I think, yeah, after I add, like, right now it's the player sprite, so it looks weird, right? Like, it should be like an orb of some kind. Oh, that's pretty cool too. You know, like if you dash, because you can only enter this from the dash state. So if you go through here, oh, it's hard to do. You can like skip through parts because you're technically in the dash state when this happens. And I think I want to give the player the ability to dash when they exit. All right. I think the movement needs some polishing. I'm also gonna try multiplying this by like. Let me see. It might be too fast. What happened? Where's it? What happened? Can't even control Z or anything. What the hell? Oh, we're in the wrong code, that's why. Times 0.9. I think there needs to be some sort of instead of like right now what I'm doing is I'm setting the player motion to equal whatever the player's input is, and I think that's too like responsive. There should be like some sort of like, you know, I think a slight delay is fine. Let me see on the controller how it feels. I don't know. We do need to grab the last direction too. So I'm gonna do that now. So right now I'm using last direction, laster, laster as our what the hell? Let me see. We could say last input. Let me see. Do we have anything like that? Laster, last. Yeah, this is only on that player animation, which is not ideal. So let's do this. We do need a laster for the dash state, but last input direction is going to be another variable that we need. Let's grab movement input. Oops. Movement input. Oh my god. Vector 2.0. Let's go into our input, player input function. And I think we'll do it at the end here. We could even do it in the controller logic. That's probably better. So we'll say if vector or if movement input does not equal vector 2.0, last movement input is equal to movement input. Okay. And then let's go back into our Twilight movement. And instead of saying movement input, we'll say last movement input. This will make sure that, you know, the player still needs to input something, but so yeah, now like no matter what, I need to be pressing something if I want the player to stay inside. Wait, what? Why is that? Oh, okay. So it might be a controller problem, but like if I tap my analog stick and like flick it to the left. Wait. Just want to make sure. Yeah, if I flick it to the left, then like it kind of like bounces back to the right. But for the most part, it works fine. But yeah, I don't like how like sharp it is. Like our movement is very, very fast. And I think it might be better if instead of saying velocity is equal to whatever, we're going to say like plus equals something. Add a bit of mass. Yeah. It's kind of like mass. Yeah. But I don't know how to do this yet. Let me think. Like we would say plus, plus equals our last movement direction. But we also want to max the motion to something. So I'm wondering if I should have like a built like we could I do have a momentum variable here, but let me think. We would want to do like twilight momentum here. We'll mess around with it right now. Twilight movement. Say it's equal to vector2.0. And we also want to cap the momentum at like, I don't know, probably 240. That's the value that we'll keep it at. Let's go back into Twilight. We'll say, I wonder that there's a better way to do this. Moves from by delta value from to delta. Use a negative delta to move away. We could try using move to for every delta. I'm wondering, wait, move to. The thing is, move toward doesn't seem to. It doesn't stop. Let me do this the old-fashioned way. We're just gonna cap it at whatever. So if motion, what do we call it? Twilight momentum. And we want to grab the absolute value of this. Actually, maybe we'll just keep it as a integer. And wait. Twilight momentum. So we're going to set motion equal to twilight momentum. And initially when we enter the state, twilight momentum is going to equal, that's the problem. Yeah, it'll equal to 240. And then while you're in the state, twilight momentum plus equals our last movement input dot normalized times our twilight movement speed. It's not going to be twilight movement speed anymore. It's just going to be this times whatever we want our speed to be. So like let's say let's try. I'm gonna try 50 for now, and then we need to figure out. we want to cap it out. So if twilight momentum, how do I do this? How do I compare max speeds of a vector 2? If the absolute value, let me see. How to grab the strength of a vector? I'm sure there's something in Godot. How to grab Godot, how to get vector speed. Current position, no. Let me think about this. Twilight momentum plus equals vector 2. I'll be right back. Let me use the bathroom. Absolute values normalized. I think angle clamped length, is it length? Returns the length yeah, okay, there we go. Dot length. So if the length is greater than 240, how would we... twilight momentum dot length is greater than 240, then twilight momentum is equal to twilight momentum dot normalized times 240. And that should be it. I hope. This value might be a little too low, or too high. Don't you think you should slow while digging through the dirt? And then fast when coming out? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what this looks like. If this works. It's hard to tell. Oh my god. Also, it seems like nothing really changed. Oh, there's a bigger delay, but because it's only 50, it's so... Would make sense. So this is not dirt though. I don't think it's gonna be dirt. It's gonna be like, we're calling it twilight, so it's like it's gonna be something else. Let me try 25. Or what's 24 divided by, let's try 24, I guess. So technically, goddamn. This is a little better. It's a lot harder to control now, but I kind of like that. I do need to find like the perfect balance though. And also, it seems like on the corner pieces, we seem to like, something seems to happen where if I'm pressing left input while we exit the state, oh yeah. It's because it grabs my input. So if I'm like trying to exit, our last dash input is vector2.left. So we like dash back in. We dash out, but then we dash back in. So I'll have to fix that. Let me try to figure out what's a better speed for this. Maybe, ideally, maybe I should make it so that like if the normalized direction is the opposite direction, then you would like switch rotations faster, or like, you know, you would flip directions faster. But I think that's a little too big brain for me at the moment. What's 48? 48 is close to 50, and that seemed like it was too much. 24 times 2 divided by 3, or wait, sorry, 24 times 3 divided by 2 is 36. Let's try that. Okay. Why is it's so fast? I could lower, let me try lowering it. I was hoping to keep it consistent with our with our dash speed, but maybe that's not possible. Let me try 40 or 200. Slowing down when you enter actually is Now I'm thinking about it, it's not a bad idea. And technically that's what's happening right now. But it's so fast. You don't have much time to think. Oh, you know what would be super cool too is if it followed the player's mouse direction. Oh my god. Right now it's based on, the player's input, but if it could follow the player's mouse, like if, for people who play mouse and keyboard, that'd be pretty cool too. Although I think that might be easy mode. Like I think that's too easy. We have to fix those edge cases. Like dashing in makes you like jitter for a second. As a mouse and keyboard only player, I feel insulted. Yeah, I mean it's not difficult. I mean, it wouldn't be... I think it would just be too easy. I think typically mouse and keyboard is harder, but for this particular mechanic, it would make mouse and keyboard easier. Yeah, I think this is fine. Also, flipping... Oh, okay. So what I wanted... Like right now, what's happening? Like switching directions is almost so fast. Like there's barely any difference. Let me see. I'm gonna try 10 again, or let's try 20. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is a little better. And once we change the player sprite to like an orb, I think it'll look cool. Like the particles moving around and stuff. It'll be very neat. Okay. What is next? I think you should be really slow. What's really slow? 10? I think it can't be slower than the player's movement speed. I think cap player movement speed is 70. Bro, this is moving. I don't know if you're listening to me, but I said this is not going to be dirt. Make it movement speed. Cap movement speed is what? Let me see. I believe it's 70. Here, let me just run it. Bro, but it's so slow. Like, let me see. Oh, it's 100. Oh, wait, no. It's not 100. It's 80. Where is it? The thing is, I want to make it challenging, like to be in this orb. Like, there's gonna be more mechanics within this light orb. Maybe there's like other springs and stuff like that. So you have to like think fast. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll try it. But yeah, I think 100 was not too bad. 80, I think might be. Then there's no difference between the. Yeah, then there would be no point in being in this thing. Besides to like easily traverse, but I'm not trying to make the game easier. I'm trying to make it harder, or make harder mechanics. You know, make it 95. I don't think that's gonna be. It's not gonna feel like much of a difference. 95 versus 100. When it comes to testing out mechanics, also you wanna go full send. So like, what do I mean by that? Like, if you like changing numbers by like 5 or like like right now it's 5%. Is not much of a difference. Usually you want to go like 50 or like 100%. So like either double the speed or half the speed. That's when you know, like it helps you determine what's the better mechanic right away. Like, yeah, I feel like this is too slow. I think, I don't know, I think 200 is nice. Let me try it again. Also, you guys don't see the animations yet, so that's also why it doesn't look as cool. Here, let me see. Oh, the acceleration is really low. Need to make sure that changes. I mean, actually, I think there's no point in trying to figure out what's the better number until we start adding more mechanics. Like right now it's just this. It's not enough to... Okay, let me figure out what's going on with these edge cases here. Like, our dash is currently determined by the player's input, so if they're pressing left, yeah, that's the problem. So let's go back into Twilight Momentum. We're gonna set it to Twilight Momentum, or whatever our previous motion is. So enter state, or sorry, exit state on the Twilight state. Oh, exit Twilight. When do we determine? Oh, we don't have anything for this yet. So let's go into our dash, and we're going to say if previous state was equal to states dot. Let me see. Yeah, I should do this. We should clean up this code. But as with everything, we're just gonna do this we're gonna clean it up another day. And we'll keep it in the same structure. So on enter state, let's see. For our dash, we want to match our previous state. We should do like a match statement here. We'll just say elif previous state is equal to states dot twilight dash states dot twilight. Okay, and then let's go back into our dash state. And it'll be based on the input state. So we have dash, teleport, zipline, states dot dash direction is equal to our motion normalized, so whatever that is, or our, is it our motion normalized, or is it our let's try it. Is there anything else we need to do? Times whatever ours. Oh, we have different. Just realized we have different dash speeds. But yeah, I do want to make this 240. Whoops. Our motion dot normalized. I wonder if I reset our motion here. Oh no. What the hell's going on here? Dash direction is equal to motion dot normalized, and then our motion is equal to our dash direction times 180. This should be 240. And we need to make sure our dash direction. Oh yeah. Okay. This, and then yeah, that caps it. Let me make sure this works. Well, that's it for me. Have a good rest of your stream. Good night. I'll see you, Mr. Glick. Thanks for stopping by. All right. The next thing we want to do is on the entrance. What the hell? On the entrance of the Twilight State, we do want to make sure our velocity is set to some value automatically. That value is probably going to be... Oh my god. What the hell? It should be our last input. I don't know why it makes us shoot out to the left again. Or right here, it shoots... And it's saying our last... What the hell, man? This is right, and then I press right, and then let's say... Oh! Wait, let me see. Okay, I think I figured it out. It's mouse and keyboard input that's messed up for us. So if I press... What the hell? Dash direction is equal to our motion dot normal. This part I think is fine. It's entering the dash state is like super weird. First we do need an enter state for this, like more code for the enter state, not just you know, can dash or enter Twilight is true. We want to say like momentum, whatever momentum is equal to vector2 dot dash speed probably, or let's just see. We'll say on enter Twilight dash momentum Twilight momentum is equal to our dash direction, or yeah, we could say dash direction. Times, what did we set it to? 200? Okay. I think we got it. Trying to see if there's any other edge case that I haven't solved for. Dash in. The thing that is weird, I can't tell, but it almost looks like sometimes we dash in the wrong angle. I can't tell if... Oh, you know what it is? I think it's just there's different input from the player. Also, I don't know if I like this. We can kind of like keep our players stationary if we wanted to. I don't know if that's good. Like I just keep canceling the velocities everywhere, so like I can kind of stay close to the middle if I really want to. I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe we'll make it faster. Like what we'll do is you start out slow, and then over time your velocity increases to a point where like you have to get pushed out. And maybe it'll also be dependent on like your input direction. So like let's say you dashed into here, your velocity will always be, you know, to go upwards to the up left, but you do have control to like move yourself downwards a bit. Although I feel like maybe that might be a little unintuitive. We'll see. I think I'll just leave it like this for now. See what sort of mechanics we can come up with. I think tomorrow I'm going to update some of the code, like clean up some of the code a bit, and then I also want to add a shader to this. I think it'll look really cool. Because right now it just looks silly. And we also want to animate the player so that it's not just, you know, the player is in the dash state. It should be like an orb state or something. Okay. Obviously, practical shader master. What do you mean? You know what? Never mind. All right. Low-key, I want to keep working on this. Oh, I just realized we can also split them. Let me see what that looks like. I'm basically the family router now. I'll be on Discord in general. Alright, sounds good. It's pretty late for you, isn't it? I guess. Well, like 11, 1 or something? Yeah, it's not too bad like this. Don't you guys have like school tomorrow or something? Alright, I'm gonna work on adding a player animation for this. So let's do this. Wonder, do we already have an animation that we can use? run dash loop. I think the animation is just going to be an orb. Like, we're just gonna make the player into an orb, and we already technically do this, and I wish I would have made this a little cleaner. Do I have school? No, I don't have school. Let me see something. So in our zipline state, we have some. Oh, okay. So for the zipline state, what I do is I put our player. We just make our player invisible and have the zipline play its own thing. But in the and we do this for the rope swing state as well. We never actually made a state for the player. Like, I should have done this, honestly. I should have made the player be its own animation, or the player have its own animation for this. It's gonna be too much work to refactor everything. So let's go into here. Let's make a. Yeah, let's do. Warp state. And on entrance of warp state, we're just going to set visible to false. And that's it. And we're going to add. Do we have any particles? Yeah, we do. Okay. And in here, we'll just say particles.emitting is set to. Actually, maybe we don't even need to do this. We could put this in its own. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it anyway. CPU particles warp state is true. Only thing is, I don't know if emitting is gonna mess with us here. We're setting it to visible. No, it should be fine actually. We won't make it. Wait, what the hell? Oh, there we go. Okay. If I set this to visible, there we go. Okay, CPU particles, let's do. There's going to be no gravity on this. And it's just going to be based on the player's global position. The material, we're going to make it use the parent. I wonder why it's so dark here. It shouldn't be this dark in the game. On enter state. Let me see. When do we play animation? Player animation. While in state, player animation. On animation finished. Switch animation, okay. What did I call it? Orb state, right? Animation player dot play orb state, and that's about it, right? Switch animation is on enter state, right? Okay. That should be it. The actual animation is kind of crap though. Let me see if we can maybe make this 100. Make the mission shape maybe like a 3 pixel wide thingy. Local. I think we want to make local. Do we want local chords? Don't remember. Let's just try it out. I don't know why they're dark though here. Yeah, I think actually on material, we're gonna make it unshaded. Yeah, it's still super dark. See what it looks like in game. Ooh. Okay. Okay, it's not. It only looks like that in the editor. Okay. Let's make this local or not local. Pretty cool. I mean, I think maybe I need to add something else on top of this. And we need to make sure that on the exit state that we set the material or the particles to not show up. Finish the bot, nice. Congrats. Let me see. So we could add a reset. That could help. Or we could just do in exit state. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we could refactor some of the code tomorrow. This is so much. Oh, dude, and with the shader, I think what I'm going to do, I might keep it the way it is right now, and we'll have the shader do something on top, like add like a little orb on the player. I'll need to, I'll have to look at shaders because I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure there's something out there. Probably find something. I love it. I love it. It's still, there's still so much to do though. It's not even close to being done. Wait, I do want to mess with the particles just a bit. I think. Let me see. Maybe more particles? Can't go wrong with more particles. I think I need to add like a texture to these particles and like maybe make the scale go down over time because right now it's just the same particle. It just shows you, you know, your path, your trail, which is cool, I guess. Controlling the player is super hard too. Okay. Let me see. We can do scale. So like that, and then at another point. Over time it gets smaller. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, it looks better. I might even make it slightly bigger. CPU's getting fried from all this compiling. What did I want to? Oh yeah. Make this smaller, and maybe the original size will make bigger. Need to get a better one. This actually looks worse. Let's see, let me see. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. I think that looks decent. I think I need to change the texture, because right now it's just, you know, cubes, squares, and I think I need to give the player some more control. It's kind of ridiculous. Twilight movement. Let's set this to 20. Also, I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna set this to all white. I think this looks better. We do that, and then we're gonna add a shader to it, so I don't know how it'll look tomorrow or whenever we work on this, but for now, let's just do that. Also, I don't know why, but switching from the dash state here doesn't allow us to go into this. Oh, it does. It's just, I guess. What I think I'm going to do is in our neutral state, we should also grab. We should let the player dash in while they're in the neutral state. So let's go into state logic. I'm gonna just copy this. I wonder, this might mess with it though. We'll have to write a few more edge cases. Okay, enter Twilight. Let me just look at what enter state does. Enter state grabs what our previous dash state was, and on the entrance of our neutral state, our previous state was it. When we enter the neutral state, I'm pretty sure we set it to 0. So, oh, no, it's fine. Okay, cool. Oh, bro, I love this. This is so cool. Okay, let me stop playing. Let me see. On the exit of the dash state, we want to give the player the ability to dash again. So, can dash. Let's see where we set can dash to false. Is equal to set can dash. Set can dash on. Okay. We'll just grab Twilight. There we go. So like if you miss, you could technically go back into it. And if you miss again, then that's on you. Although what I plan on doing as well is if you don't hit this object, like let's say, I don't think we'll be able to. Actually, it's kind of subjective. I mean, don't know. We can either have it so that the player gets forced to dash out, or like they bounce out from this from the borders. So like if they touch a white line, they get pushed out. Or what we could do is if they what am I trying to do here? What am I trying to say? Like we can give them full freedom to traverse this if they want to. 2 a.m. bedtime for me. See you next time. All right. Thanks for watching, Devro. Peace. Oh, dude, I love this mechanic. Oh my god. Yeah, let's try to figure out what to do. Or, you know what? Maybe I should just call it here, and I'll, take some time to think about it. Because we can go anywhere from here. We could either make it. I think making the player bounce out is probably better. I'll see it sticks. Yeah, we're probably gonna end it here. Let me see how it looks on the controller too. Because giving the player the ability to dash while they're in here might ruin some of the gameplay that I have planned out, or like the level design. Like to be able to like maybe there's like a trap on one side, and then to jump here and then dash would like ruin the gameplay. Love how the ghost flies around. Yeah, me too. It's very satisfying. Hopefully you guys feel the same when it comes out. And this is just the beginning stage. I think tomorrow we'll be able to polish it some more. And also, like, there'll be some really cool, rooms to design out of this. I can't wait for the rooms. All right, I will see you guys. Oh, and we have to add sounds. Oh my god. Okay, I'm excited, but I'm also cool to call it here. I might do some work off stream, like some refactoring, so you guys don't have to see me struggling with that. Let's see who's online. Simple game dev, Mike 4 rules, Young Con. Let's do Young Con. I haven't rated him in a minute. He does like art, sometimes pixel art, sometimes he just does not just does. He does like logos. I think he does a lot of commissions too. All right, I will see you guys. Till next time. Peace.